This is fascinating concerning a long-lost ghost ship. The elusive century-old ghost ship finally hunted down in the Great Lakes. A report says this on Sputnik News. Today's report: the steamer's wreckage was found resting over 800 feet below the water surface. It was pretty deep, so that's why I guess they couldn't find it until now. That's where it's remained since its tragic demise. A pair of enterprising shipwreck hunters recently managed to discover the final resting place of Hudson. It's a steamer freight ship which was lost with all hands when vicious gales sent it to the bottom of Lake Superior. 16 September 1901, Minnesota Public Radio reports. As we know, the Great Lakes can have very stiff and bad winds. There's been songs written about those storms on the Great Lakes. The remnants of the 288-foot long vessel were found resting about 820 feet below the water surface, where it remained until the hunters Jerry Eliason and Craig Smith found it using sonar and a camera. Quote, "It's very intact, speared into the bottom bow first," Elian said, "and so the bow is about even with the mud and the stern is probably about 20 feet off the bottom. The propeller is hanging high up in the air off the bottom." According to the media outlet, the ghost ship legend emerged in the decades following the Hudson's demise, with haunting stories about the ship and its spectral crew still sailing the lake. The exact circumstances of the vessel sinking also remain unclear. Author and University of Minnesota Duluth professor Julius Wolf says that why the Hudson succumbed when many other less substantial ships came through the storms remains one of the mysteries of the lake. Eliason and Smith now intend to return to the lake in order to obtain more images of the Hudson and to continue their search for another elusive shipwreck, the Sunbeam, and that sank in 1863. It's just always interesting to solve a mystery that has not been solved before, just to see the final resting place. There's always contemplation, thinking about what was last circumstance like. Smith said, "Certainly, having been out on the lake in our share of weather, that on a minor scale is pretty unappealing. I can't imagine what it's like being out when it's bad enough that it's life-threatening for those big boats." If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.